These are two BME 280 sensors sitting right next to each other. They should be reading the same temperature, but they aren't. So in this video, I'm going to demonstrate how I'm going to take one of my sensors and calibrate the other using just the slope and a temperature offset, and then we're going to do some error analysis. To begin, I'm going to take the data from my Raspberry Pi and sync it to my Mac. And then I'm going to show you the first several rows after we drop the first 500 measurements. Now, one of the first lessons with sensor data, sensor analysis, is that you oftentimes might need to remove the early part of the data. This is where the sensors are still warming up, they're still equilibrating, and the results might not be very reliable because, as you can see, the sensors are actually moving in opposite directions, which would be very inconsistent with the nature of this study. Here you can see that the temperature reading from both BME 280s is moving in the same direction, which is a good sign and should mean it's very easy for us to address this error. If you look at the summary statistics, you see that the mean temperature for temperature 76 is 21.6 degrees Celsius, and for 77 is 21.2 degrees Celsius, which is a good sign and should mean it's very easy for us to address this error. However, you can see that this interquartile range difference is seen throughout the entire descriptive statistics. So next, we're going to separate our temperature 76 from our temperature 77 probe so that we can use one to calibrate the other. We're then going to fit a linear regression using this linear regression class, and then use the model.Fit to actually fit the model. And then we're going to create another column called temperature calibrated so that we can actually see the adjustment made by this model. Running the cell also gives us a new equation that we can use to predict the temperature offset, where if we multiply this slope of 0.86 times the temperature 76 probe and then add an offset of 2.56, we should be able to correct the temperature differences observed between these probes. Now, to visualize, we're going to create two subplots that allow us to see the temperature versus the sample index and temperature 77, which is our reference temperature, compared to the 76 with our offset line. On this plot, we can see the original temperature 76 here in green, and now we see that the orange and blue traces are completely overlapped as we have now calibrated our temperature 76 probe to our temperature 77, and this is the exact thing we would hope to see. To evaluate how well this calibration performed, we're going to measure the offset using a couple of different modes of error analysis. We're going to look at the mean error before and after our calibration, as well as the standard error and root mean squared error, and we're going to plot those distributions. You can see that before our correction, we have an error of about negative 0.377 degrees Celsius, and after, our mean error is about 0, which is exactly what we would expect. Then the standard error before our offset correction is 0.02, and then after that, it's about half that. And then if we look at the root mean squared error before, we've reduced it down order of magnitude using our small calibration, as well as you can see that the error distribution shrinks after we perform our calibration. If you want to see how I did anything else, such as transferring the data from my Raspberry Pi to my Mac or anything else with sensors, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.